Welcome to Bed Crime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T. If you like all things true crime, if you like it delivered in a peaceful, tranquil manner, if you like it clear and concise without drama, then I highly recommend you subscribe. And if you like what you hear, please smash the like button. It's a free way you can help. And now, without further ado, let's dig in. Hello, my true crime friends. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm talking about Jay Slater again. This case just doesn't go away. Just when you think the Jay Slater case is over, case closed, tragic accident, more evidence of criminal activity in Tenerife emerges, making it seem like you can't believe anything the authorities there say, including their conclusion about Jay Slater's death. YouTuber Wax Unfiltered shared a video yesterday of two British men, both former prison inmates from what I can gather, who became friends. These two men share a frightening incident that happened to them while on vacation with their wives and children in Tenerife. The men paint a very scary portrait of the island, along with sandy beaches, fun nightclubs, English-themed pubs, price-fixed restaurants galore, and colorful tourist shops. There's a culture, allegedly, controlled by gangsters who are in bed with the police. The story these men tell is of being mistakenly taken as part of a British gang who brutally kicked a local to death. The two British men describe Tenerife gangsters as repeatedly saying to them, "A life for a life." The gangsters even pulled out weapons on the two men in front of their wives and children. And when the cops showed up, the Brits were at first relieved, but then they became dismayed when they saw the gangsters being warmly greeted by the cops, making it look like the gangsters and the cops are one and the same, basically in bed together. Gangsters plus dirty cops working in harmony to make Tenerife a not-so-safe place if you mess with certain people. Wax Unfiltered used the men's story to basically say that you can't trust what the Guardia Civil says and does. Thus, can people trust that their conclusions regarding Jay Slater's death as an accident are true and are based on a thorough investigation? Is it possible Jay, by stealing the expensive watch, allegedly, ruffled a local's feathers? And was Jay done in to pay for his thievery? Now, Joseph Morris, the conspiracy theorist of all conspiracy theorists, and a guy with really bad taste in sweaters, mentioned the Snapchat that Jay's mother, Debunking, received upon her arrival in Tenerife. The Snapchat post made it sound like Jay had been nabbed and that he owed the Snapchat poster a lot of money. Morris used the Snapchat to support his foul play theory. There was also another video made by a family of hikers who demonstrate that you can hike up from a nearby beach into the ravine where Jay's body was found. This video is being used to argue that it would not have been difficult for someone on the boat to anchor near the beach and then take Jay's body up the mountain to the ravine and dump it there. Personally, I still think it would be difficult because I've read that a dead body is just 100% dead weight, even if that body is slender like Jay. Now, the sleuths who are supporting this theory are saying that this could explain why scent dogs failed to locate Jay's scent, either alive or dead, during the 29 days that Jay was missing. These people are claiming that the dogs not hitting on Jay's scent, alive or dead, may indicate that he was kept perhaps on that boat for the majority of those 29 days and then dumped right before the authorities found him. Personally, I still find the boat theory rather outlandish, but hey, if there are gangsters there in Tenerife, who knows? I didn't know. Did you know? There's also word on the streets that a YouTuber who goes by the name Chris Tenerife is the person who actually found Jay's body, and that he's the one who tipped off the Guardia Civil about its location in that ravine. And Chris Tenerife is now being dissed by the Wax Unfiltered guy because apparently Ayub Kassim accused Wax of pushing all the conspiracy theories about him. And then Chris Tenerife made a rude comment about Wax on Ayub's post. Oh, the YouTube drama. I don't think there's a case that can escape it. Wax is ticked off because he says Chris Tenerife has been secretly DMing him, asking him if he wants to work with him on Jay's case. Wax is like, why are you DMing me to work together when you're talking smack about me to Ayub? All I can say, me, T, is oy vey. All of this makes me believe the British police need to do an official inquiry into Jay's case if they want the conspiracy theories to stop. And you know what? Even with an inquiry, the conspiracy theories may continue. I mean, look at Princess Diana's death. But forget what I just said. Do the inquiry. We need the inquiry. Now, I also heard a YouTuber, and it might have been Wax Unfiltered, question how Jay could have landed on his head. He's thinking that a person who falls off a cliff would land on his or her feet, not on their head. Well, guess what? I did some research, and apparently falling from a significant height off a cliff, as Jay supposedly did, typically results in the body rotating during the fall, making it very unlikely that you would land on your feet. Surprise, surprise. I always say that Bed Crime Stories is educational. In order to land on your feet, you'd have to consciously hold your body a certain way, and you'd have to make an effort. And in Jay's case, it doesn't sound like there was enough height or time to allow him to even think. And the other thing that I learned that I'm going to share with you is that landing on your head is the worst way to go because of the likely trauma to your head, your brain, your skull. So I'm sorry to tell Wax Unfiltered if it was him. No, a person is not guaranteed of landing feet first. So that's one thing we can debunk for today. And as all of this discussion is going on YouTube and TikTok, scammers continue to try to charge people by offering a fake paid live stream of Jay's funeral. All I can say is that these scammers are reaping a lifetime's worth of bad juju. Don't do this to Jay and his family. They've suffered enough. Let them bury Jay in peace. And I send you wishes for peace for the rest of your day today, and I'll see you next time on Bed Crime Stories. Now smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, yada yada yada. Bye-bye.
Get the money together.
That Mark, okay, I think. And 3 guys with him who was like twice his height. And they just he started talking to them in his language. And I knew something was wrong. David already walked upstairs with the babysitter and the kids and Jen. So I took double steps upstairs and turned around thinking, all right, something's going to go off here. And as they come up, I'll start kicking. And the guy kind of moved his hand. As he moved his hand, I knew what he was going for. So I started backing up from the stairs and he pulled out a gun. Ooh. And he started saying to me, get on the floor, get on the floor. And at this point, Dave hadn't seen what was going on. And I thought, fucking hell, this is proper serious. So I looked at him and I thought, no, I shook my head and I said, no, I ain't getting on the floor. He let a shot off.
Which sort of woke me up a little bit. Got me involved in the situation, right? He was going, a life, a life, a life, a life.
A life for a